Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, around town food delivery driver. Shout out to my brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Go over there and support Troy's channel. Continue to support Troy's channel. That's Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. You deserve respect. Somebody yesterday left a comment that said, shout out to those who have lost their jobs and are homeless as well. I said, wow. I hope they find a better position in life sometime soon, because homelessness is nothing nice. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is going through something. Some people are going through more than others. Don't think that you won't be going through something at some point in life. All right? You're not going through something resilient. Something catches all of us at some point. Homelessness, poverty, sickness, whatever it is. So, you know, it's human conditions. Shout out to them. All right? Keep them in your prayers. Keep them. And for those of you who are going through these types of things, I said something Friday that I should repeat again. Don't wake up every day doing the same thing, expecting the same results. Sometimes you have to start doing different things to start seeing different results. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's our own doings that get us into a position to where we end up homeless and all that. So, I mean, shout out to them. So shout out to everybody this morning. Thank you for being here. All right, let me shout out my first top 10. Christopher Vibes Rum, big up yourself, and thank you for being the first one in this morning. Darlene Walter Riley, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Garrett Thom, that's a new name. Raquelu, Justin Brown, Anita Spike, Prellis 123, Henny Queen. When you see Henny Queen, Henny Queen is like sexy body. Good morning, and thank you for being here. Mello Beth, Marcia Walters, thank you for being here. Vanessa Miller, Fetty, D. Richards, Blazing Crooks, Gaza Man, Garrett Thom again, Anika Dice, and Winsome Portmore. Thank you for being here. Forgotten World TV, big up yourself. Watch me. As usual, like I say, I can't say thank you for being here and good morning to everybody individually, but you already know it's manners and respect. Let's get into our topics for this morning, though. As you see in the headline of the video says something about Jamaican children getting vaccinated in the thousands. Well, we're going to talk about that because that happened recently. Mandatory COVID vaccine for students to return back to face-to-face classes. Not mandatory for the teachers, though. We're going to talk about that. World Bank press release. Friday, I put up something from the World Bank that says that Jamaica was allocated 150 million US dollars to help with this COVID resiliency recovery thing. And I told you guys I didn't want to speak too much on it until I vetted the source and found out if it was true, right? Shout out to Footer Hype. Footer was the one that actually posted it first on his IG. And I took the post and I went to go find out if it's true. And it's true. So I'm going to get into the details of that. So whole heap of money out there. I'm going to get into the details of that. We want to know the terms of the loan, where the money is going, who has the money now, what's it being used for, these kinds of things. And last but not least, I'm actually going to talk about why I support the Jamaican students who showed up in numbers to take their COVID vaccination. Yes. We're going to talk about that. So take it from the very top. Y'all know the COVID season is here. Y'all know people are panicking. Some people don't know if they should take the vaccine. Some people don't know if some people have taken it and are worried. Some people have taken it and have seen bad side effects, while Others have taken it and they're saying nothing is wrong with it, SouFlo. I'm fine. I've had both my jabs. I'm doing fine. I'm feeling good, going about my business. Some people are concerned about long-term side effects and all these other things because it was not around long enough to be vetted, right? We don't know 5 years down the road for this thing because it hasn't been around administered to humans over a period of 5 years already, where we can look back and realistically say, well, this population of people started developing this, this, and the other, and it was after they had all taken that. That time has not passed yet. And because of that, and also I think because mainstream media is bullying people who have questions, not people who are anti, but people who have questions. People have simple questions and they're getting bullied in silence. It's kind of like just shut up and take it. And people are like, no, 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 it's too forced. It came too quick, and I'm not allowed to ask any questions. And the manufacturers who made it, they made sure that they will not be held reliable, responsible if anything goes wrong with it. So there's a lot of red flags in it. With all that being said, Friday I brought to you the new lockdown regime in Jamaica with the no movement days. And you know, some people are saying it's drastic and it's not necessary, including myself. I was saying it's drastic and it's not necessary. Why would you have planes coming in, bringing in tourists, travelers, ships coming in, cruise ships, but you're locking down the citizens for no movement days? No movement days means you don't move at all. This is government telling you that you are not allowed to come outside of your house. That's what no movement means. So when I said this is almost like martial law, it is. It is. I saw a couple of people in the comment section, hey boy, SouFlo, you talk about martial law. This is not martial law. Stop trying to make Jamaica look bad. It starts somewhere, my friend. It starts somewhere. And this kind of look like that's what it is. When the government starts telling you that you cannot come out of your house, and you see the rest of the world outside of their house, you have to wonder, like, what's going on here? Why I can't come out of my house? This is the starting of something looking like martial law. And I explained how. First, before we round them up, we want to make sure everybody is in place. Let me give you a simple scenario. This is Florida. It's very tropical here, so you find stuff like lots of lizards and bees and everything. Anybody who has property or a home here, you know, it takes nothing for a beehive to build on the side of your house or even at your front door quickly. In order for you to kill that beehive and all the bees in it, wasps, whatever you want to call them, wait until it's late evening. All of them are home. During the daytime, the queen might stay home and she send the workers out. So if you spray that beehive, you will probably kill only a few during the daytime. Little FYI for my people who deal with the bees nest, wasp nest around their property. Okay, wait till evening time when it starts to get dusky. Everybody comes home. Okay, when everybody is in the house, you get one of those one-shot things that spray from 12 feet away and you wet that whole hive down. Everybody is in it. Nobody escaped. The house is killed. Everybody dies, right? Same kind of scenario. So I'm saying it felt like martial law kind of beginnings to me. I didn't say they have the country under martial law. I did years in the military. I know what martial law is. That felt like the beginning of it. All right. Anyways, these Jamaican students, they were having a vaccination blitz over the weekend. And remember I told you guys it was published and said that they received a couple 100,000 doses. I believe it was 200,000 doses of Pfizer vaccine on the island. And Dr. Christopher Tufton said this batch is going to be for specifically children. And when I saw children, I thought, let me listen some more, because are they talking about young children? And he said 12 and older. Okay, I didn't know there was a vaccine blitz. I follow the news. I follow the news, especially out of Jamaica. I get on Facebook and I follow the Gleaner, and the Gleaner is there with their cameras. So it wasn't just written. I got to see. Shout out to the Gleaner. I got to see the people, the crowd of young teenagers and 12 and up getting ready to take their stuff, and they're like this, right? I saw one girl, and as soon as they were getting ready to vaccinate her, she was like, no, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. No, no, no. And the lady was like, listen, come on. Are you going to take it or not? I'll move on to somebody else and then I'm going to give it to you if you want it still. She was like, okay, miss. Okay, come on. Okay, okay. Let's do it and get it over with. And it was like a sea of them in there ready to take it. Now, I know some people are going to say, also, Flo, you are a hypocrite because you talk out two sides of your mouth. Trust me, I read the comments. But listen to this. For one, I have never told anyone, don't take it. Matter of fact, I have said it many times over and over. Let this be something that is personal. Nobody has your health. Nobody has your underlying issues. Nobody has your body. You must know what's best for you. We live in an information age. Everything is out there. Go do your own research and make it an educated decision for you, your person. As long as I've been around, I've never taken the flu shot. Well, in the Army, they jab you and you don't know what you're getting and you're not allowed to ask. But other than that, I have never taken the flu shot until one time I went to a facility to fulfill a contractual obligation as a therapist. And when I got to the facility, they said, everyone here has to take the flu shot. You take the flu shot or you wear a mask. This is before COVID, right before COVID. I said, you know what? I'm wearing my mask. But after day one and day two of wearing the mask, I realized that everybody in the facility was looking at me kind of funny. And you're at a new facility and you're feeling a bit pressured to play ball, to be a team player. So I said, I'm going to take this flu shot. The flu shot's been around forever now. I'm going to take the flu shot. This is my first time taking a flu shot that I know for sure I'm getting a flu shot. So I took the flu shot. I'm allowed to take my mask off. And I told some of y'all the story before. Two things happened. One, the head nurse who forced me pretty much to take the flu shot. Come on, Sean. She would show up like all the time. If I'm at lunch, are you ready for your shot yet? Come on now. Let's play ball. Let's play teamwork. I took the shot. I got sick immediately, like the very next day. Throat scratchy, all flu symptoms started coming up. That's right after taking the flu shot. Another thing was I went to work and I realized that wifey was there. Morning, babe. See, wifey has just entered the chat. That's Shakira Sphere right there. And for those of you who support my channel, go over to her channel and just hit that subscribe button as well, please. And thank you. Right? That means you support the whole family. She was there with me on that 13-week journey. When I went back to work, the same person who told me to take the shot was still wearing a mask. So I went to the head nurse and I said, how come you still wearing a mask? Only people who didn't take the shot are wearing masks. She said, I didn't take it. And in my mind, I thought, you bitch, you literally stalked me around the facility and talked me into taking this thing. And I've never taken it before. And as soon as I took it, I got sick. And you didn't take it yourself. So I learned from that. I said, you know what? It's all good. But in my mind, you know, some cuss out you don't know already. The long expletives join up like cursive writing in my mind. But I'm in scrubs with the name badge that represents the therapy department and myself. So I am being humble and I'm being as professional as possible on the outside, right? All right. For the people, and another thing, for those of you who've been following me for years now, people grow. People grow. People discover things. People change. All right. So don't expect 7 years ago SouFLo to still be acting the same way and saying the same things. That's almost a decade. If you're the same person a decade later in life, acting the same way, doing the same irresponsible behavior, saying the same things, then I don't know what to tell you. So when I say that I support the Jamaican students who chose to take this jab, and believe me when I tell you, they came out in the numbers. I was shocked. I was looking at the video like, this is not Jamaica. This looked like Haiti. This looked like somewhere else. I'm watching the video for any sign that could tell me that this is another country, because this can't be Jamaica. Because I follow social media and I follow certain things out of Jamaica, and I see the comments. And the comments are usually, go run that back up under your mother blood. Me not take none of that. My picnic them not take none of that. No, no, no. And then when it came time, whoosh, the place full. Wife said to me yesterday, people are scared. They're getting scared now. Not to mention they've had a couple of high-profile deaths in Jamaica that they have attributed to COVID. Okay, why I support them? Because of this. I support them because it's their decision. I support them because I remember being young, that young, and having to make decisions on my own. The world, the future belongs to them. You understand? It's something like this. My grandfather said one day, he said, me going out and coming in. So you must know. Me going and you coming, so you must know. And I thought, oh, that is deep. You know, simple things the elders say to you are deep sometimes. Years later, it's playing back in my mind. Me going. You coming. Nothing more here for me. Me 90 odd. Out of here. Peace. Any minute. You have to live this out. You coming, so you make your decisions for you. You must know. They must know. And I trust that they have done their research and they've decided. Now, you got to remember this. Ever so often, history shows us, right? There's panic. The older generation has a lot of valid reasons. We could talk about Tuskegee experiment. You know, we hang on to things that has happened to us, real things in the past. Man, I take that. The last time them job way up like that, it was an experiment, and them frig up a whole bunch of it, and they used people that look like us to convince us that. So they start going back for stuff like Tuskegee experiment and this and that, and they're telling the younger generation. The younger generation is like, man, listen, that was long ago, back then, and I know history repeats itself or whatever, but right now, I'm focused on me and my future and my tomorrow. So these children, a lot of them have exams coming up. A lot of them, they're tired of being at home. They're tired of being at home under conditions that they're not really used to. They're used to being in class. They're used to being among their peers. My son, who graduated high school, still has not ventured out the house yet. And it's because his mom is probably, I don't know if she's here this morning, she's probably cramped with fear of sending her child out into the world. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm telling him yesterday, I said, you know, your early adulthood age group now is not normal. You're supposed to be out. You're supposed to be communicating with your peers. You're supposed to be building your own social circle right now. This is very important at that late teenage years heading into adulthood. See? And these children are ready for that. They don't want to be locked in forever. Inside of their mind, it is, hey man, take it and let it do what it do. Who dead, dead. Who don't dead. Immune system built up against this, and we move forward. And they're not doing it out of fear. They're not doing it out of fear. To be fearful is one thing. But to be able to make a decision and move on it, even though you're feeling fear, is something else, right? And I actually commend them for turning out in numbers and taking their jobs. And let's see what happens next. Let's see if these large amounts of students and children, I know a lot of people are panicking right now, and they're saying, oh my God, they got to the kids. They got to the kids in large numbers. Well, we're just going to have to see what happens next. But I'm letting these children know that I support them, man, and I stand with them. There's no use in us now saying to the kids, big bunch of fools, uno idiot, uno. They took it already. It can't come back. They can't take it back out of them. So all you're going to do now is add to paranoia, right? Let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens now. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. None of us out here are scientists on that level. We're not experts on this thing. We're regurgitating information that's been passed down to us. See, the children are receiving the same information that we are receiving. And some of these children are well read more than a lot of us adults are. Because enough adults are busy. You have to go work, you gotta, and some of y'all work 2 job, 3 job, and you work long, extensive hours. You don't have time to do no research. You get on social media and you read comments. You read headlines and you read comments. Video run for 1 hour, you listen to about 10, 15 minutes, and that you drop asleep. You're ready to go back to work again the next day. These children take their time and they're researching and they're going into the peer-reviewed database and they're digging up information to make sure. So I trust that they have made the right decision, and I hope everything works out well for them. We will hear. We will hear. If we start seeing a bunch of the kids in Jamaica drop down dead or developing certain kinds of stuff, then we know. Whether others want to admit that that's what caused it or not, we will know. So we'll be here for it. But at the point now where people start saying big bunch of idiot and stupid fool them, and don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't do it. Support them. Support them through this because they're going through it too. All right. Citizen Blue says Big Brother has flexed his muscles. Hey man. Oh man, somebody else is saying mark up the beast end times. I don't know. I hope they people ain't out here allowing their employees to force them to get jabbed because they won't take the liability when the bad reaction starts. People have to do what they have to do. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You know what's funny? What's funny is I started this narrative, and there are people out there who you would think they're not even listening to SouFLo, and they reach out to me behind the scenes, but they pretend like they don't listen to what I say. But then when I go check, because I watch their conversation, and their conversation was hardline. I'm not going to call no names, but they're famous. They're Jamaica famous. Their conversation was always hardline. Don't take it. And I watched slowly as my narrative became their regular talk now. You understand? So I don't know. Keep your bandwagonism, but have an open mind. Earth is not yours alone. There are others here with other opinions, and people have to all survive and share this. So while these young people are going through this like we're going through it as adults, let's be supportive of them, right? Let's be supportive of them. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. This is a personal decision for each individual. I'm not into the herding everybody in and go and you must, and I'm not into that. What I'm into is people educating themselves, people knowing themselves, your body, your conditions that you have, and then doing what's best for you. And I support that. I support that. Cynthia Gooding is saying so much misinformation out here. Exactly. And that is why, but the truth is out here as well. And that is why you have to take time to do a proper research. And that's what I'm saying. These children, we underestimate the children. We thinking these children just jump up and went. And I guarantee you, a lot of them did deeper research than majority of adults that are talking to them. Remember when I was leaving, man, to go to England, and I was 17 years old, I bought my ticket before I turned 18. Let's repeat the story. All right. 1 week before I turned 18, I bought my ticket. I was not allowed to board a plane and leave the country unless I was 18 or older. Me decide, make up my mind already, said, I'm going to England. I couldn't get any parental approval. You know, Jamaican parents stay already way out the way over there. So I don't want you over England. You stay right there. So everybody around me, man, you're gonna come right back. England? What are you doing over there? Man, it's nothing but white people over there, and they don't like your kind, and they don't speak like you, and then it's all the negative, 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 negative. Remember, I'm 17. All grown people are telling me it was all disparaging, it was all discouraging, it was all to not do it. Now I'm building fear. I'm like, damn, I want to get away. I'm leaving home for the first time, like completely leaving everybody behind. I'm so young. I'm going to go out into the world. I don't want to throw myself into the wolf's den. I don't know where I'm going. I said to myself, listen, stop listening to other people. Go and see for yourself. When you see for yourself, nobody can tell you different after. All right? My day came. All the older heads that were talking, I heard their voices in my head the whole time until I got there. When I got there, I realized that these are people that had never traveled to that side of the map, that side of the globe. So they did not know what the hell went on over there. Now, fast forward 2 years later, when I came back with my stories and came back with some of the accent, they're like, what the you were living over there they got black people for real? Nah, you tripping. They listen to rap music too and reggae, really? And so let the children march out in a sense. This is their future they're stepping into. Let them do it. The world is going to change around us, man. And one thing I realize is every generation before the new changes becomes extra paranoid. It was like watching my grandmother operate a smartphone. See? She opens a smartphone, and the first thing you see on the smartphone when she opens the smartphone is a bunch of apps on the screen. And she's immediately confused. And she wants to go back to a regular phone. She wants to go to a rotary phone where she can see the numbers and go 1, 1, and it ring back like that, 1. Or she wants to go to one where you just punch the numbers and it's a straight call. Phone don't work like that no more. Okay, can I have a flip phone then? Because the flip phone is a brick phone. It's just numbers. You don't know surfing, no internet, no nothing like that. You just call who you want to call. We're always afraid of new technology. And some of the new technology that's coming ahead is going to be scary for some of us to witness it. So, of course, people are going to run around talk about end times. Oh, God, look, cars are flying. Jesus is coming. It's the end of the world. One thing I've realized is it's world without end. Amen. For real. The world ain't ending. We're ending. We're passing through. We're ending. It's us that end. The world goes on. See? And as the world goes on, technology will develop. Human beings will, how would you say it now? What's the proper word for it? When we become a different species of people almost. Human beings will, it's not the word develop. Somebody help me out. The word I'm looking for. It's not transform either. It's evolve. Human beings will evolve over time, right? Technology will advance. Thank you, Truckers Up. Evolution, Citizen Blue, thank you. Human beings will evolve over time. Technology will advance. Crazy things will happen in the near future. See? For all of you who are saying evolve, thank you. I appreciate you. That's exactly the word I was looking for. So humans will evolve. Technology will advance to a crazy level we've never seen before. Some of us right now who are on top of technology as we age, 20 years from now, we will be left out of the loop. And it's these same children that will be running that, and they will understand it fully, right? So don't down these children. I don't want people downing them. I don't want people talking bad about them. I don't want people making them feel like they made the wrong decision and all this. They went in, they took it. I commend them for their bravery. To be brave enough to go against what everyone else is saying and be convinced within yourself that this is what I need to do in order for me to go ahead and move forward. Let them do what they have to do. Let them do what they have to do. The results are going to come back to us, right? The results are going to come back to us. Listen to the TMI soca song from Crazy in Time to Come. We are supposed to be the teachers and the guardians of our children, not them telling us what to do. Yes, that's to a certain point, Tony Brown. That's to a certain point. And that's the thing with especially Caribbean parents, elders, adults. They feel like they should always tell children what to do. Some of them forget that you stop being a child at a certain point and you're a young adult. You know what I'm saying? And you're forever a child for them. So you're right. In a sense, you're right. It is our duty, but to a certain age. To a certain age. And not only that, I've seen crazy adults out here who are grossly misinformed lead themselves and children down the wrong path. So, you could sit there and say it's our duty to do this and do that and do that. But the problem is a lot of adults are not on the right track themselves. So how are you going to lead somebody when you go in the wrong way? You want me to go the wrong way with you? At a certain point, your children become independent thinkers. And as parents, as guardians, you have to start to loosen the reins as they get older. They didn't come here to be yours. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come here to be yours. So at certain age, certain stages, you're gonna loosen the reins more and more and more until they get their complete freedom. That's what it is. A pleasant good morning to you and your house. Thank you, Fallon Carrington. I appreciate you greatly, and the same to you and yours. Real Dog King Tally says, don't think that's a good way of saying it, SouFLo. Well, hey, the conversation is here, so you can explain to me where you think I'm wrong and all that. This is just my opinion. I don't think it does any good now to down them and call them stupid and all that. For those of you who don't want the vaccine and you've made up your mind you're never going to take it and all that, I've seen adults, let me give you a good example. I've seen adults encouraging the children to not wear masks. Don't wear no mask. You're not a scientist. You don't know how this thing operates. You have nothing to lose wearing a mask. Okay, you already said I'm not taking the damn jab, all that. I get that. I understand that. And like I said before, I know all the reasons, the long list of reasons why. But when you start encouraging the kids to not wear no mask, our report in Florida, in my county alone, we have 44,000 students that are now COVID positive since school began, and school started last week. Why? Because there's no mask mandate here, and because a lot of people here encourage their children to not wear masks. So guess what's happening now? School opened up, schools are closing back down right away. Could have just encouraged your kids to wear their mask. So as an adult going the wrong way, it's not because you're an adult means you say and the kids do. This is different times. This ain't when I was growing up. Move on, go over there, son. Sit down. Children go around there when grown people are talking. That's not like that anymore. We don't do that anymore. These children are very vocal, and these children know their rights, and these children are speaking up for themselves. See? Brocat says, SouFLo, have you heard of the US making a chip to detect COVID in the body? I saw a video about it. No, haven't heard about it, and not going to get into that one this morning. Chip going into the body and all that. I don't want to further mislead anybody. I just want people to understand that they had a vaccine blitz. After the other information I gave you about the no movement days, school is about to restart in Jamaica, and the children turned out in great numbers to get their jab. And yes, there are a lot of people that are saying they're stupid and a bunch of dummies and a big group of idiots and all that. And I'm saying, stop downing the kids. They came out, they got it already. It's what it is. At this point, all you can do is support them, hope for the best, because you don't know. And you're going to be here to see, just like me, right? All of us are going to be here to see what happens. Here in Alabama, we are a hot zone, and they said that we haven't reached the peak yet. Hospitals in my county are full of COVID patients. There you go. I'm in Florida. Shout out to Alabama. That's one of the places that I frequent. If you say anywhere in the South, that's my stomping grounds, right? Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Florida, you name it. But yes, as soon as school opened up here, they're closing schools down again. They're closing schools down again. Shout out to Orlando, Bill Gates. They're closing schools down again because, you know, this thing started to get political. Oh, if Trump was here, Trump wouldn't have had us wearing any masks. Trump is my president. Biden ain't my president. Tell the kids, you don't need no damn mask. Go on to school, boy. Them kids go to school. And yesterday, I got a call from my child's school, from Kosie's school. She's in junior high. I got a call from the school, and I'm listening to the principal. Now, this is a mass message. So this message goes out to everybody that's on the call list, right? All the parents and guardians that are on the call list. And in the message, the principal sounds very different. He sounds like the homie from next door. He sounds like a good neighbor that's trying to put you on to what's going on. But one of the things that he said in the message was, and remember I said this on Friday, he said in the message that one of the biggest issues they're having is parents not encouraging their children to wear their mask. Matter of fact, telling them they shouldn't. On top of that, when the children are getting sick and they're testing positive, these parents are waiting 2 to 3 days before they notify the school. You got a little bit of COVID, you'll get over it. Go on to school. Don't wear no damn mask. Trump, my president. Biden ain't my president. If Trump was around, we wouldn't need no mask. And that kid is COVID sick, sitting next to your kid for 2 to 3 days, locked in a classroom, before they finally call the school and say, hey, you know, little Bobby, we took him and we got him tested on Monday, and he did test positive. Okay, hello, it's Wednesday. It's Thursday. Could you not have told us this on Monday, and why did you send him back to school? That's what's going on. That's what's going on. So I'm reading these comments as the comments are going up. I want to talk about the money that Jamaica got. You know, to put this up, and I thought he put some BS together. You know, Philly Yard Vibe says COVID is a state-to-state mandate. It has little to do with. Tell that to these people. Tell that to these people, because they don't believe that. They don't believe that. You know how the political thing goes, man. Especially in the South. Listen, they have their Bible, their guns, and whoever they choose for president, and that's it. That's it. Mandatory compliance, no movement, lockdown is the new normal. Hey, we will see, man. We will see. But with these children going out in the numbers that I saw, I mean, I was shocked. I really was. Because I was expecting more of a resistance. But, I mean, and I was expecting more of a resistance because of what I've seen on social media coming out of Jamaica in the hundreds or even the thousands in the comment section on different platforms. Me not take that. I don't know where you going with that, because nobody don't want it. Send your vaccine back to which part it come from. Or those are the kind of comments. And then when it's time to take it, people are full up the place. Full up the place. So shout out to them for being brave, for stepping out, even though all this is going on that they're hearing side chatter in their ear, they're focused on getting to their future. And that's all I see right now for them, right? Monday Melody says, why are the gene therapy being forced? The children have natural immunity. Once they take, anything happens, they sign their rights away. Like I said, nothing new you're saying this morning. Everything you've said this morning, you've said it before. All the doubts and all the fear and all the pointing to things that happened in the past and asking legitimate questions and all of that, you've said it before. You've said it repeatedly. These children have seen it. So nothing you said this morning is going to be anything new. It is already in their body now. They already made the decision and they took it. Nothing you say this morning can change that. So you either support them or you don't say anything at all. But you don't walk around calling them stupid. You don't walk around calling them a group of fools or a bunch of dummies or anything demeaning. Right? All right. Why are COVID cases in Jamaica after the first vaccine blitz? Why are COVID cases in Jamaica after the first? You sound like you're taking it. Don't worry about me, man. I don't know why it's there after the vaccine blitz. I don't know about all that. What I do know is certain things that I said before still stands. Like, how do we go from these big festivities? Like, they opened up the place the other day. Dream Weekend was huge. Thousands and thousands of people for, I think it's 4 or 5 consecutive days, gathering, partying, spit sharing, same breath, breathing, air, winding up on each other, body fluids exchanging for about 4 or 5 days straight. And then we go from that to no movement days. These are the things that I question. If you're so concerned about the not spreading or whatever, why did you do that? Why did you open up to that right there? You know what I'm saying? Tony Brown says how much they paying you, but hey man, listen, people are gonna say whatever they want to say. I've never been afraid to speak my mind. Ain't nobody paying me shit. And that's one thing I like about being, shout out to YouTube, because YouTube giving us a platform, and if you work it, you can grow it. But shout out to YouTube for us to be able to not be attached. Nobody has a battery in my back. Nobody is flicking a penny in my direction. I say what I say. And I say what I say because that's what I think and that's what I believe now. And I'm entitled to change my mind later and tell you that, hey man, look, I changed my mind. I don't have anybody driving me. So stop pushing false narrative about people are getting paid to this and that and whatever. I've always said this is a personal decision. Don't you notice when people ask me, SouFlo, did you take it? Don't you notice I never answer? You don't notice that? I never answer. And because I don't answer them, they go, oh, it looked like you took it. I guess he took it, now he wants us to take it. How much are they paying you? Somebody is paying SouFlo to go this direction with it. It's just like when we see black people get really wealthy. He joined the Illuminati. Yeah, he's in the Illuminati. He sold his soul. And the people that are saying that don't know what the hell the Illuminati is, other than, again, regurgitated information from people who have nothing to do with or never been in or know nothing about. So it's just spinning narrative and throwing it out there, I guess. Spinning narrative and throwing it out there, I guess. Let me say it one more time before I move on, because I really want to talk about this money. Nothing you say today is going to change the fact that those children have already decided and have already made the step to take it and have taken it. The most you can do now is support or don't say anything. Don't go around. Let me be raw with you. Don't be a fucking dickhead as an adult out here calling people kids stupid and dumb and a bunch of idiots and all that. The kids are making a decision to move forward with their future. It might seem like a wrong decision to you, but now is not the time for you to be getting into all that name calling and all that stuff. You're a grown friggin' person. Yeah? Keep your shit to yourself. Let that govern you and your family, and don't be a dictator, because you are as much a dictator as those who are saying make it mandatory. What the fuck give you the right to say make it not mandatory or don't do this? That goes for you and your family, that you should govern. That's it. That's simple. All right? SouFlo, answer this. One more question and I'll go into this money thing, because I want to know where the money is too. Trikolovsky, whatever, I can't say your name properly. SouFlo, answer this. What happened to the cold and the flu season? Everything, Civic, get out of here. Hey man, you're asking me to answer a question then telling me to get out of here. I can't have a conversation with you. You're asking me a question then telling me to get out of here. How could I have a conversation with you? You're not saying anything new this morning, fam. We've all been asking the same thing. Nobody gets the flu anymore? Where did the cold go? Yeah, everybody is COVID. Nobody dies from anything anymore but COVID. Okay, we've been asking these same questions for a long time now. It still did not deter the children from turning out in the thousands to get their jabs. So that's a reality. They already got it. Support them. Leave it where it's at. Let's move on. You can't ask me a question and then run me. I can't answer you. So with that said, I'm moving right along. The World Bank provides, and I'm taking this directly from the World Bank's website. They published it for the world to see. And this was published in their press release March 18th of 2021. And yes, it's very real. Worldbank.org. World Bank provides US $150 million. I know somebody is pulling out their calculator right now and saying, okay, 150 million US transferred into Jamaican dollars is how much the dollar amount is now. World Bank provides 150 million US dollars for resilient COVID-19 recovery in Jamaica. Right away, people like me want to know, 150 million US dollars? Who got this money? Was this money given, or is this money a loan? Either way, there's some issues here, because when politicians take out big loans on behalf of the country, they end up doing their term in office and leaving with their bank accounts fat. And the citizens for generations to come are stuck paying back that money while they're somewhere in France in a chateau, or somewhere over in some foreign country living lavishly, right? And this is money that is supposed to be helping. And I'm seeing a lot of small businesses in Jamaica. I'm hearing the cry. Yo, we're not getting no help, you know? Unlucky, SouFlo unlucky, we're not get stimulus, check out all them something there. We're not getting not even a dollar. This is what I'm hearing. Small businesses are closing down. This 150 million US says exactly what the money is supposed to be used for. So, like I told you, I was going to vet this, and I was going to come discuss this with you if it's real. Find out if it's real. It is very real. Shelly and Blake, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Shelly Ann says we all have to do what we think is best for our family. Good morning. Thank you. Short and to the point. Just like that. Just like that. Stop walking around calling, because you become no better than the others, calling people fool and idiot and big bunch of dummies. Just keep your mouth shut. It's like your religion. It's like your income. I don't discuss my income. Oh, let me show you my tax papers. Let me show you how much I made this year or this month. And what's your religion? And me not discuss religion. I'm not discussing my money. And so same way with this right here. I'm not discussing this either on that level. The surrounding conversations of it is worth having, addressing people's fears, having a platform where we can address our fears or our concerns. That's important to me. But like I said before, you have never seen me answer anybody who asks me, SouFlo, you take it, man. You look like you take it. Oh, SouFlo is not answering. SouFlo, answer now. Did you take it, yes or no? Me just look past them, comment there, and keep going with the conversation, because it's not what good is the information doing if I tell you, no, I'll never take it, or yes, I did take it. And again, I don't want anybody to feel like SouFlo said, "Nah, take it, so me not take it neither." Or SouFlo said he took it, so I'm gonna take it too. I want this to be your decision based on your research and your findings. All right? And the information is out there. Now back to this money, because I'm trying to figure out where this 150 million US dollars is at. How people need help. They're crying out for help. All right. Washington, March 18th, 2021. The World Bank Board of Executive Director approved financing of 150 million US dollars for the Jamaica COVID-19 response and recovery development policy loan. All right, I'm a words person. I see the word loan. Somebody's going to be paying this back. What a nice job to have. I could like accept a big old loan. I don't have to allocate the loan to everywhere it's supposed to go. I can for a couple of millions for myself. And then when my time is up in office, I just jet, and nobody is saying, hey, this money has to be paid back on your time before you exit office. No, pass this responsibility on to the next administration coming in. I'm out of here. I did my couple of years. I'm done. I'm out. Let me go count my millions and chill somewhere. So I want to know where the money is. This quick dispersing financing helps the government protect the poor and vulnerable. This quick dispersing financing helps the government protect the poor and vulnerable, support sustainable business growth and job creation, and strengthen policies and institutions for a resilient recovery. Okay. It goes on to say that COVID-19 has widespread socioeconomic impacts and affects every Jamaican, especially the most vulnerable. These financing contributes to Jamaica's effort to manage the impact of the crisis and move forward towards a resilient recovery. The operation supports the expansion of the country's social protection program to benefit women and men disproportionately affected by the crisis, and introduces a social pension for the elderly. Where the money there? Is there a social pension for the elderly now that this money is? Are the men and women who are disproportionately affected by this crisis getting any help? These are questions that I'm asking. Yes, Sandra Thomas, exactly. We want some accountability for this money. Because you see, while this whole hoopla of everybody is, oh, put your mask on, take your mask off, don't wear no mask, get the shot, do this, and we're all confused and looking this way and looking that way, lock them down, no, open it back again. Curfew hours, change from 6 to 7 to midnight, back to 6. Everybody is confused doing like this, right? Money slowly came in. Everybody confused, nobody's paying attention. Take this. Sort myself out, sort my brethrens them out. All right, leave a little on the table. Let's see what we can do with that. So we have to keep our eyes on the money. We have to keep our eyes on the money. Resources are there. You understand? And it's a loan, but it's a loan that's taken out in our name. It's a loan, but it's a loan that is taken out in our name. All right. These are the things that it's supposed to be used for. And this was said by Ozan Sivmli, World Bank resident representative for Jamaica and Guyana. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to Jamaica's deepest economic contraction in decades, due in part to the drop in tourism earnings, which accounts for more than 30% of GDP, or gross domestic product, and 1/3 of jobs on the island. This new loan supports the government in providing emergency financial assistance to the vulnerable population impacted by the pandemic. It also includes initiatives to help firms cope with the economic shock, such as through measures such as the provision of grants and cash transfers to affected businesses. The operation supports reform to strengthen financial institutions for sustainable economic recovery and greater climate resilience. The financing supports Jamaica's climate change priorities, including the adoption of stronger commitments on greenhouse gas emissions. World Bank Group COVID-19 response. And then it goes on to talk about the World Bank and who the World Bank is and how much money they give out and all this other stuff. So yes, the money is there. The money was given. It was approved. 150 million US dollars. Shakira says our great grandkids will be paying for this. It seems I need to go be a politician in Jamaica. You have a point. You have a point. Yes, Laurel Newman, you're absolutely right. Poor people don't even know Wagwan. They have no idea what's going on. We're so caught up in everything else that we don't even know. And then we just take it as something that's normal. Hey, well, I guess that's how it is here. We don't get no help. All right, then moving on. Boy, America must nicey. Can't wait for reach one day because them get all stimulus check and all them something there. Oh, no, supposed to get the same treatment too. But nobody is telling you that. And you don't know that, even though the information is right there. Me hear somebody say, yeah, put a hype him, hype on. Well, the man named put a hype. So hype in him name. He's disrespectful and he's braggadocious and all these other things, but sometimes him talk truth. Yeah, just like my granny said, you can learn from anybody. Everybody. Sometimes he might talk foolishness, but when him drop stuff like that, and you go look it up and see that it's true, I just like pastor. I feel like the little boy in the church, but the words that pastor preach are still profound. Right? But he's wrong as hell in other aspects of life. So it doesn't take away from what was said. So here we go. 150 million US dollars. That's a buku amount of money. That's a buku amount of money. What I want to know is this. This is what I, SouFLoTV, want to know. And of course, if I contact them and ask them, they're not going to tell me. But this is what I want to know. Some level of transparency here. Some level of accountability here. I want to know the terms of this loan. Because I'm sure it's not 0%. I want to know the terms of this loan. When is this loan due to be paid back by? What's the interest rate on this loan? I also want to know, where is the money? Who signed and collected? And where is this money being kept? Then I want to know, how is this money being dispersed? So it would be helpful for some government official to include the Right Honorable Andrew Holness himself, if he chooses to step up and explain it. I wouldn't mind if him come with pen and paper, SouFLoTV style, and break it down for us. This is how much we got. This is how much we collected, matching amount. The money was delivered to and it's being kept in so-and-so trust at so-and-so financial institution. This much has been dispersed so far. This much went this way, that much went to this much went to that. Me want to see where the money go. And I think we as citizens have the right to know where that money went or who has that money. Because like I said, it's a loan. This is not a grant. A grant you don't pay back. This is a loan, meaning someone is going to be paying back this loan. Not you, your kids, your grandkids. Like Brains just said, or like Brains, I keep calling her that and she already explained why she is not that anymore. So like Wifey just said, Shakira Sphere just said, your kids, your grandkids' kids gonna be paying this back. You know what I'm saying? Joel Chu, not even common sense. Some way Jamaican no, of TPC. Dumb, some way dumb. Business have to pay back loans that they receive. I don't know. It's a loan. Anytime there's a loan on it, you're paying it back. Remember this in life. Anytime it ends with a loan, you see the word the loan, you're paying it back. A loan means I'm loaning you this. I need it back though at some point. That's why I want to know the conditions of this loan. What is the interest rate on this loan? Because if this have a hefty interest rate, you could be paying this. First of all, I don't even see how Jamaica is going to be paying this back. But hey, we have other loans that we haven't paid back yet. And we just went and got loan on top of loan. But we're in a crisis situation time right now, right? And a lot of money is being thrown around. And like I said, while the people are confused, running here, there, and everywhere, these bigger heads are getting rich and wealthy. Don't take my word for it. A lot of bigger name people, let's put it that way, then have gotten extremely rich and wealthy in the last 2 years under the guise of COVID. So you got to follow the money. You got to follow the money. Countries are getting robbed blind. Politicians are fattening their bank accounts and looking forward to a hell of a retirement. And their children and children's children being set for life. And we have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Laurel, and thank you for being here as well. Marie Johnson says that is why on the news in Jamaica, they are not talking about the infrastructure, road repairs in Dun area. Repairs in Dun area. All right. Boy, I don't know enough. Government everywhere need to be. Yeah, we're talking about Jamaica right now. A lot of the kids took the vaccine yesterday without parents knowing. Well, you know what, Teddy Lee Gray? It's probably because they feel like their parents are misleading them. It's probably because they feel your child knows when you don't know shit. Pardon my language, but your child knows when you don't know shit. You know when you remember when they used to send home your homework and you bring the homework to your dad or your mom and you're like, Mommy, help me with this because I don't understand this part right here. And she looked at it and she said, Jesus Christ, I want this. Your child know when you don't know. All right, they know when you're misinformed. This ain't back in the day. Especially if the child is doing their own research and then they hear you babbling foolishness and they're like, Jesus Christ, if Mommy could I just go read? Just go read. Go to the website, Mom, and you don't go. Nobody could come now and say, oh, take it back out of them. There was no parental consent. It's in them already. That's what I'm telling you this morning. It's in them already. So what are we going to do now? We can't call them out their names, make them feel less than, do anything about, nothing like that. I applaud them for their bravery, and I hope for the best for each and every one of them. This is our future we're talking about. Right? Somebody has to step forward when others are afraid. It reminds me of the infantry. You scared till shit's running down your legs, but you still got to go. to have the gut, the fortitude to actually perform under pressure still, while others are running the other way. That's what I equate that to. So go ahead, do your thing. They've done it, and that's where we are. Nothing we say today is going to undo that. You know, once you get it, you get it. Somebody has a lot of kids under 15 got a tattoo with a parent knowing. Somebody else said, bro, God, where the money there? No one know. And I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Let's keep this straight. Because I don't want to be walking around in Jamaica and people are talking about, hey, blood clot boy, you're anti this. Yo, Andrew, my boss, and Dr. Labor, PNP, you know, people get real ignorant. This is not me accusing anybody of anything. This is me letting the public know that this money did come in. This money was approved. Now we want to know where the money is. That's it. It is our right as citizens, since it is borrowed on our name, that we get a comprehensive breakdown of where this money is and how this money is being allocated. That's it. I know so the average Jamaican don't even care. They on social media looking at which girl body fat, which man body chisel up, who for life look comfortable so them can slide in at them DM. I want to slide in your life. Like they just focused on other things. They're not focused on the things that really, really matter. So when people like me come around and bring up stuff like this now, it makes some people uneasy. It's like, this isn't what we really want to talk about. I don't really care about stuff like that still. But it affects you, and then it affects you big. It affects you bigger than who you're looking at on Instagram. It affects you way bigger. You know what I'm saying? It affects you long term. Michael M, did you see this video on Done? No, I didn't. People always trying to cross up my channel and talk a bunch of shit about me over there on that channel. People send it to me all the time. I don't even go over there. Anytime people start doing that back and forth stuff, that's not my style. It's not what I do. Yeah. If you're somebody of stature and you call my name, I might respond to you if you're worth the response. But I'm going to join the back and forth thing. And we don't have to crab in a barrel each other to get anywhere and to accomplish anything out here. And people try to drag my name into stuff all the time. And I see these people entertain it. When people come over here and call other people names, SouFLo, you may listen to enough. Because it's the boy rapper crap, although I'm channel kind of entertaining still, but you can tell say a big dunce, him not really know him I talk about. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you don't have to put him down to big me up. Second of, because I don't get down like that. Second of all, big up to rapper crap, I see him way. And then I'm gonna erase your comment after you see my reply. Once them see the reply, I say, yes, SouFLo, man, I was just saying, boom, I erase the part where they degrade the person and leave it at that. If you see any of these derogatory things about others, like other Jamaicans in this sphere on my thing, is because I haven't seen that comment yet. So them drag out my name all the time, try to assassinate my character all the time and all that. All they do is send more people over here. And when the people come and they listen to the conversation, they end up subscribing. So thank them for doing all that. And I don't have to fight anybody. I'm not that kind of a fighter. Right. Laugh out loud is just my screen name I use. No, I'm not Bill Gates. Oh, somebody over here talk about. All right. So Monday Melodies says Parliament makes speech about everything, but disclosing where the money there. They use the shutdown as a smoke screen. You're absolutely right. Talk up now. This is what Monday Melodies just said. Listen to this. Parliament makes speech about everything, but disclosing where the money there. They use the shutdown as a smoke screen so the people can't see what's really taking place. These are things that should be addressed to the nation. We got $150 million in aid money. It's a loan that we took out. It's a loan in the name of the Jamaican people. This is what we're going. The money was approved. we got the first part of it in, or we got the lump sum in. This is what we're going to be doing with it. Starting Monday, we will allocate $50,000 to this place, $1 million to this place for this and that and that. That's it. You are absolutely right. They talk about everything else except for that. Nurse James is here. Nurse James, bless up and big up yourself, and thank you for being a part of this family. Another name that I recognize right off the bat. Bro Shaka, Wagwan. Noel Harrison says that's politics. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. These unfair policies are happening everywhere, and people are just not allowed to talk about it. They call you down every time you open your mouth to say something, even to just encourage intelligent thought. They call you into silence. To just encourage intelligent thought, you're called into silence. It's that serious. All right, so we're 1 hour and 10 minutes past the hour, and we've completed all our topics for this morning. I've told you, and I'm going to finish it again by saying this. Those children, I commend them. They went, they got their jabs. For the adults out there, it is out of place for you to be calling these youths group of idiot, dunce, dummy, all these names that I'm seeing online. Stop it. Stop it. All right? The youth, them take the thing, and they're moving forward into their future, and that's what we want to see happen. We want to see them move forward into their future. We want to see them go ahead, live their life out, and accomplish all their dreams and all these things. And that's what they're focused on. They're not focused on the adult side chatter. And there's a whole lot of side chatter going on with a whole lot of fear mongering and a whole lot of misinformation. And for the kids to be able to sift through all that and say, hey, I'm doing what's best for me. This is what it is. Make that decisive decision. Then I applaud them and I support them for that. All right. We're going to leave the video right here for this morning. Big up on yourself. Thank you for being here at SouFLoTV on this morning thoughts. I'm going to try to leave these lights exactly how they are. Start a little late this morning. Kicked over my bulb. Broke it. These bulbs are usually big, long to about out here. Broke the bulb and it shattered all over the room. So I was intended on starting early this morning, but went to go get my cup of tea, which is Cersei in my cup. Sorry, not Cersei. This is what my wife did. Neem and soursop leaf. This is neem and soursop leaf, straight from Jamaica, in my cup. So I was going to go get my tea to start and kick over one of the light them with my big foot them and broke it up. So I had to go get another one put in place. But we're looking bright this morning and I like it. All right. Bless up to each and every one of you, man. Let this be a decision for you and your family, okay? And do what's best for you. Nobody make nobody get in your ears and fill you up with one bunch of foolishness. You know what they remind me of? Let me go out like this. They remind me of the dude that keeps telling everybody, oh, nyam boy, me not go down pan. No, woman. None of them something there. No boy with him mouth down this one, round here and round that. And feel woman is well satisfied. While you are neglect yours. And she can't go get to it. Anyway, leave it right there. I'll catch you tomorrow right here on SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.